Hola, Warthog Princess, and welcome to another video. This video is my first of its kind. It's an unpack with me video of what actually made the trip to Orlando. It was a 4-day, 3-night short adventure. My plan was initially to use just my carry-on, so I have a puddle jumper wheelie 2 in black, and then I have a steamboat in flamingo black, and that was my plan. But if you watch the other two videos, which I'll put back to back right here for you, the how to get there and back with like the lug flamingo centric one, and how to get around was all my Harry Potter stuff. So there was a lot to pick from. And in the end, I decided it would be smart to go ahead and take a checked bag, even though it would go half empty or more, because that way I could bring more stuff to choose from, and more importantly, have space to bring home what I knew I would surely buy, a bunch of Vera, because of the outlet and the Disney Spring store right there where I was going. So I am glad I did do that, because as you'll see, a lot of space was taken up from just fluff. I could have easily traveled with just the carry-ons. And for those wondering, right up front, I'll tell you the steamboat was perfect for under the seat. I flew United. It fit on all the different sizes of planes that I flew, and it was no problem at all. The wheelie also did fit in all the overheads, with one exception, one of the small planes. I don't remember the designation of it, but I did have to gate check it there, and that was perfectly fine. That bag is super, super smooth on the spinners. I really, really, really liked it. It was quiet and smooth and very nice. So both great travel bags, and this one is a Samsonite. It is a giant, I think 27-inch or 28, 29, I don't know, it's a big one. And like I said, it was mostly empty, but coming home it weighs about 40 pounds. And these are a little lighter because I shifted some things. Anyway, enough blah, blah, blah. Let's dive in. So what I did discover, by the way, I'll lift this up just briefly, if I can do so without pulling on this handle. Yeah, so I had it on top like this, and you see how it's hooked over the top like that? That proved to be extremely helpful, because this bag base is much wider than the suitcase underneath it, so it tended to slouch forward and it would sort of want to slide off. You can loop these over the handle, and that does help, but then it ends up still getting down here. So what I found was if I just put this up here on the corner like that, it keeps it in position much, much better. So that's what worked for me, and since it has that no-slip grip on it, it stayed there very, very nicely. You can see right now it's kind of pulled to the side. I think that's just the way I lifted it and whatnot. I also used the luggage strap, which is the baggage claim in flamingo black, just to give this black bag a little personality and tie it together. Totally unnecessary, but that's what I did. So there we go. Let me put this down for a sec. And we'll just do this one bag at a time. The steamboat has a trolley strap, not a trolley sleeve. So that might help. I guess if it did have a more robust trolley sleeve that was like thicker, I think that would help it from sliding. But in any case, it worked fine. I love that it has backpack straps. I could totally see myself using it. That's why I bought this bag. I did not use those on this trip though. I did use the slip a couple times just to put my boarding pass for quick access. It kind of stuck out at the top. I could just grab it on the fly. But there you go. All right. That's it for the back. These just hang out. That's the loops for the backpack straps. There's no tucking those in. The top strap handles have that no-slip grip, as I mentioned, and it goes all the way around, which is really, really nice. And the first pocket we come to from back to front is this pocket. It is the tech pocket, so it's padded on both sides. And in here, I did have my iPad. This is just the cover because I'm filming on the iPad. And I also took along my Apple keyboard, which I did not use, but I was glad I had with me because I just didn't sit still long enough. So any of you who have commented on recent videos, I will answer them. I just haven't sat still. And that's all I had in that back pocket. Then we'll skip the main pocket for just a second. Let's look in the side. I did use the shoulder crossbody strap. I used it only as a shoulder bag and only for short durations, like when I was going into security, things where I didn't have it on the roller, because I mostly just used the roller. Also, this is the coming home configuration, how I had things arranged in which bag and whatnot. Going out was slightly different. I had more of it in my carry-on since I was planning carry-on only. So there's a little bit of shift there, but I think you'll still get the idea, and you'll definitely get to see what all went anyways. On this side, I just had a hand sanitizer. This is Bath and Body Works, and there you go. So I liked having that extra option. You can never have too much while you're traveling. The opposite side here, I have my heart pouch from Lug, and since I don't have a flamingo black coin purse or anything, I just use this one. And in here, I had a couple things. This one just stayed on that bag. I had a couple extra masks. In this case, this is the Wildflower Black in the soft mesh one. There was other masks in there, but I changed them throughout my trip. So that was just ready access to have at least one. And nothing else in those pockets. The front now, we'll save the main compartment for last. This very front pocket right here, this ended up being where I stored all my papers. It had my reservation paperwork, my rental car info, my boarding passes, all of that stuff, all in here. Let's see what else. Yeah, more boarding passes. So it was nice because if I was looking for something paper, I knew exactly where it was. And it worked great. It's kind of a thin pocket too, so I didn't want to put anything bulky in there either. All right, the next pocket, this is a great pocket. I really like the configuration. It was very useful for me. Going out, I had a squeezy flashlight in the front, clear ID part. I didn't use that coming back. I had a pen stuck up here, which I'm just going to put back in my planner cart. Up top here in the clear view, there are two pockets because there's a seam right in the middle, one zipper. I have my Vera Bradley Harry Potter welcome letter bag charm. I brought this, I know I had said I wasn't going to, but I did bring it, because I put in it all of my cards. So I have all these compliment cards from Lug and Erin Condren. Those little compliment cards, which I didn't end up giving out to anyone. I have my business cards and then my social media contact card. So yeah, I didn't give any of those away. Nothing, not a one. But I do, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I gave two away to my sister-in-law's sisters. Yeah, anyways. So I was glad I had them. Didn't really need it in the end. On this side, I just had some earplugs in case I wanted to use them. And then I have this travel nail file. It just folds. It looks like a knife or something, but it's a nail file. So I did not bring a manicure kit because I was going carry-on only. I didn't want it to be construed as weapons or anything. I have my Erin Condren pocket planner, and that was just nice to have for planning for other stuff with the family. This is just a bag of wipes. So it has some individually wrapped wipes, it has Clorox wipes, it has antimicrobial wet ones, and then it has more wet ones. So just different variations, all good options. Coming back, I used my Jujubee Harry Potter Flying Keys coin purse as a coin purse. So you can hear all the change ended up in there. Additionally, I took these little clip things for the Zealous backpack because the way those fittings are, they tend to auto loosen, but if you put these on there, they don't. I never sat still long enough to put them on, and they did auto loosen a couple times during the day. I used that bag at the park, but it was okay. So I carried them around for nothing, but I was glad I had them just in case. And the last thing in this pocket right here is there's a key bungee with a key clip on there. And I did hook my keys on there for the duration. And that's it for this pocket. So let me close this up. This bag does have these inverted zippers. I had someone on the plane sitting next to me go, "Oh my gosh, is that bag waterproof?" Water resistant, but it does give the appearance of being like a watertight bag. All right, so this is something we did not talk about in the pre-video, and this is a Vera Bradley Rainforest Canopy Pink keychain or whatever. It's too short to be like a wrist strap, but it does give you a nice decorative loop. But I thought with the blue, and you can't see the teal so well from afar, but the pink and blue and teal kind of sort of match, so I threw it in there. And I didn't use it. It ended up just staying in the bag. Then I also have these little Brinks locks that I use to lock my bags. Because TSA can get into them, they're TSA compliant, but I have one key that goes to all the locks. And I just used my Kipling Gorilla Let's see what this one's name is. Does it have a name? Dawn. This is Dawn. Dawn has the key for all of my little locks. And that's my normal. I usually use them. All right. So that's it. There's a lock on my check bag and a lock on the carry-on in case I had to curb check it, which I didn't. In the top here, there is a phone pocket, and I did keep my phone in there for a good bit of the time, not 100% of the time. And the main pocket right here, let's see. This is important to me. I always take a second carry-on that is roughly the size. So a Vera Bradley Weekender or a Grand Traveler perhaps, which is a little on the big side. The Grand Cargo is one of my favorites. I also took a Boxer 2 recently for the same reason. But I always have that second carry-on. I have a spinner of some sort and then the bag because I like to have things ready on the airplane. I have traveled all over the world and I've done really long flights, and I just like to have everything. So entertainment, you have puzzle books or movie watching options or audio things like audio book or music or things to read, and yeah, tons of things. I usually have a journal for the long trips. This was not the longest trip, but anyway. In this case, I did bring several things. So what you're going to see is, you see there's a bit of a pattern palooza going on. It is by no means full. This could carry at least double what's in here and was fuller on the way out. But let's dive into what is in this bag. Let's see if I can do it without knocking everything over. Okay, straight away, this was my snack pouch. This is Lug insulated pouch. I did buy these separately. I don't think you can right now. Again, you get them with some of the bags, but anyway. So I had some snacks, not all just for me, but for going around the park for my nephew and whatnot. So I had these baby Tootsie Pops for the kids, and I left most of them with them, but they insisted I take some home. So I gave them the giant bag of them, and I kept just a few. This is a snack bag that came from the airline on the plane. You get a little water, and then it also had some pretzels and a little cookie thing. I took them out. I guess yeah. So I had an extra one. 2 flights, 2 legs. So this is what comes in it. It comes with a little Dasani water, or, yeah, 2 different sizes. One's 8 ounce and one's 8.5, but it looks a lot bigger than half an ounce difference. Anyway, you get a water, you get another wipe, you get a little bag of pretzels, and you get this little Biscoff, little 2 cookies. So I didn't eat the snack on the second leg. I just didn't need it. I also took some almonds. These are just Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds. I have a whole bunch of more wipes that I brought of my own in here, because in the food pack before and after you eat. And then I did bring some Atkins meal replacement bars for the trip, just in case, because I didn't want to eat a bunch of crap. I wanted to try and stay healthy. I did eat crap, by the way. But, oh well, it was fine. Okay, so I'll just put the food stuff all together and put it aside. The wipes can go in the wipe bag. All right. Then I had a sunglasses case. Now, in and around the area while I was there, I used my Vera Bradley Harry Potter eyeglass case. It's packed away. But getting to and from, I used the protective case, and my eyeglasses are in here. And this is Vine's Floral Clamshell. And the glasses matched. Then I also used the Vine's Floral large piece of the pencil pouch trio, and I used this as my tech case. And you can see it also has still space in it, but it has a lot of items in here. I'm just going to dump it all out since we're unpacking, and we'll see what I took and what I used. Okay, so this one has the Erin Condren clear glitter pouch that I just got. And this just had some pens and pencils and a highlighter and some things in there. Just an assortment of writing utensils. I did use those, but not on the plane. That's fine. I have multiple plugs. I have 1, 2, 3 plugs in case I needed to charge more than one item at a time. I didn't. Also, if you haven't flown in a while, or you have and you were just clueless like I was, you know, a lot of the planes, at least on United, they have a place to actually plug in you can charge on the plane. So I've been traveling with the assumption that you can only charge in the airport or before you go. And that wasn't the case. And I kept hearing them talk about them before, and I just kept ignoring it. So I keep bringing all these external batteries so I can charge my entertainment en route. and it works great. But I don't even have to bring that much. I can just charge on the plane. So there you go. Little FYI for you. I brought a screen wipe, I brought a lightning cable, and I brought the Vera Bradley one that I just got in the ECAT Island. I did not use that. I used the white one. And then I also had this short one in the Rainforest Canopy Pink from Vera Bradley. And I still don't like the way that this little flap thing, it's like everything just sticks out, cattywampus, like whatever, kind of sloppily. I did not have time to sew it up before I left to trim those edges in or something to make it kind of tamed. But I did use this quite a bit, actually. That's just a silica pouch. These are the little adjusters off of one of my masks that I just pulled off and did not use. And it looks like they picked up some blue tint. They were white, I think, from that. It's the only blue thing in there. I have my Bose wireless earphones, which I really like these. These are purple. Purple and pink-ish, but anyways. These are great. And I also have my wired headphones, and then I had a car charger for the rental car, driving around, doing stuff. This is the cable for my tablet, which is an Amazon Fire tablet. All right. This is the large of the transport envelopes in Flamingo Black, obviously. And this was my sort of catch-all. I had a couple extra masks in here. Here's one that I had forgotten to put in, flamingos. These are Vera Bradley, Vines Floral and Butterfly Flutter. Those are all clean. And then I had my medication in here. I had enough for 4 days and 4 nights. Obviously, I don't need all of that now. And then this pouch had gum, mints. This is what I used to carry my jewelry on this trip because I didn't need much. I've got some Tums or Alka-Seltzer or whatever. I didn't use any of that. I did use my lotion. Lemonade from the hotel I just threw in there. Glucose tabs, which I always just have just in case. More lip balm. This is just a badge holder that I thought I might need. I didn't, but it has my social media contact in there. And some Pepto-Bismol, because you know, traveling, you always want to have something just in case. That's the end of that. Then I had, this is the carrying case for the Bose headphones, which was a little too bulky to put inside the tech case. It would fit, but I chose to just leave the harder case in the bag for when I wasn't using them, because it was easier, when I got on the plane just to grab what I needed and have things kind of unwrapped and ready. I did use my Vera Bradley all-in-one in the Home to Hogwarts. Going out, I had it configured just as a wristlet. Going around in Orlando, I used it as a crossbody. And so coming home, I just left it that way. It was very convenient. So I wore it into the airport, had all my ID handy and everything I needed. And then when I went to board the plane, I just put it inside my bag. And it was secure and safe and all that. This front pocket is where I put my phone when I was using that. So that is great. I do love my all-in-ones. I have a ton of them. Okay. I used the jib in Flamingo Black. This one just had 2 bottles of medication in it, and I just laid them down end to end. I didn't need either. They're as needed kind of meds. Thankfully, didn't need them. There's my tablet I was using because I downloaded a bunch of movies on here. It was just smaller and easily accessible. I also had some movies downloaded on my iPad and also on my phone. So I had options to choose from without overwhelming the data capacity on any one device. Plus, if I lost battery, it gave me backup options. So see how prepared. All right, and the last thing in here, I think, well, 2 things, sorry. All right, that's the end of that bag. And this is a bag that I also did not show on the other video, not because I intended not to, I forgot I had it, and when I went to grab another pouch, I remember to have this. This is a wet dry bag from Flock 3, and there's the little symbol there. There's a haul from this like way back. If I can find it, I'll put a link here for you. I know it's there though, but it came in a multi-pouch set, and this was the largest of them, and it just has this flamingos, which even though it's blue, not black, I still think it matched kind of fun with that pattern. And what I used this for, it has the main pouch, it has a handle on it, and it has a front pouch as well. So what I did was I had my tablet in that front pouch and my phone in that front pouch. They were flat items. And then in the main section, I had my snooze wrap. This is my travel neck thing. I had my tech pouch in here, and I had my travel blanket, my knapsack that has the same pattern. I did not use that at all. I just used this. So I left the pillow in the check bag for the return trip. But this was great because I had this inside my steamboat with just the items. It was my grab and go pouch, so that when I got on the plane, I could grab this out, put everything else under the seat, and I had everything I needed handy. Yeah, that's what I did. It worked great, and I would do it again. Yeah, especially on long flights. Rather than sitting there everybody's trying to board, and you're sitting there trying to pull out one by one items you might need, so you don't have to dig it out later. Yeah. Also, since the steamboat was below the seat, it turned out that it was easy for me to access because I had an aisle seat. I can maneuver, get that out at any time, put things in and out. So I really didn't need the extra bag inside, but I felt organized anyway. This is a small set piece from Jujubee, and this is the Lumos Maxima pattern. Inside here, I just had some hair things. I had a couple scrunchies, a bunch of hair ties, and a comb and a barrette. So I just ended up putting all my hair stuff in there. It did not need to be in the carry-on, but there it is. Okay, so that is it for the steamboat. It was very, very great size for me. Here's the luggage tag on the wheelie, you can see. And this will be a quick unpacking once I get it unlocked. Hang on. Where is Dawn? My key. Here it is. Okay, so my key, and unlock this. This, by the way, the main compartment and the front compartment are both lockable. It has the loop on the zipper pulls. But in here, actually I have to tell you one more thing. So in here, I did Velcro. This little thing you can Velcro onto the side handle on your bigger bags if you're using it. But I just used it to Velcro onto the trolley strap on here so that it would stay in place. It wasn't going to slide up or down the bag. It wasn't going to get lost by accident. And it Velcroed real easy. I just twisted it around. So there you go. Take that off. The other piece of the baggage claim is, of course, the luggage tag, which is right there on the top of the bag. So in here, I didn't have anything in the front or in the upper pockets, actually. Let me make sure. I still don't. Yeah. I really didn't use the pockets on here. I just used the main compartment coming home. And in here is my a pair of shoes that I was wearing to shop right before I left, and I changed shoes for the airplane. And then the rest of it is my Vera Bradley haul from the outlet in Orlando. Yeah, so the shopping bags. And we're not going to go through this haul. Everything's inside a bag. I'll put the link right here for you to watch that haul in case you've missed it, but all of that is the same stuff that I bought there. So that brings us to the checked bag. And this one, like I said, it's pretty big, but it's not full. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a second and move this stuff around on the table, and I'll just put this thing right up onto the table, and hopefully it will be sufficient to get a good look at the stuff. Okay. This bag is expandable, but trust me, it is huge, and if you expand it, you'll be overweight, I guarantee it. But overpacker's delight for sure. So in here, I have packing cubes. On this side, these are from Amazon, just a random brand. The large one, this has all my dirty clothes in it. Smaller one, this is the smallest of the three sizes. This one had pajamas and some socks and underwear, and bras. This one is a medium-sized one. It had all of my swim gear and a swim overdress and a tie thing. I didn't actually swim at all because I was busy doing other things. And this one had clothes, so shorts and t-shirts and whatever clothes were still clean that I didn't wear. Here's my Hogwarts shorts and a new Walmart Hogwarts shirt that matches perfectly. And then it has a sweatshirt in there. So not much. I pretty much packed well. I used everything I brought, honestly, even though I brought a ton of extra stuff. Yeah. Here's the rest of the clothes that I hadn't worn yet. A pair of pants and 2 shirts. Mostly, like I said, used everything. This is really cool. I did use this just briefly in the park. It is a neck fan setup. So you put it around your neck and it's USB powered. So you have fans blowing on your face. Very helpful in the hot. I did not use my Harry Potter umbrella from Vera Bradley. Carried it around at the park all day, but I didn't use it. Coffee from Guatemala and also from the hotel. My snack tower, which I did not use, and my water bottle that I did use. And this is the other part of my Vera Bradley haul. I have my pouch here. This had all my extra masks in it, the clean ones that I didn't use. Best day ever. Then I have the small transport, which just has a sunscreen stick in it. And that's it. And the medium one, which has more sunscreen stuff and miscellaneous stuff. So in here I had more Tums, I guess. Sunscreen, SPF 30. This is Copper Tone Sport. Some sunscreen chapstick. Some anti-nausea meds. Oh, didn't need that at all. More chapstick. Dental floss, toothpicks. Wet Water Babies 30 SPF sunscreen stick. Neutrogena Beach Defense 70 SPF. And some hand sanitizer spray. And then in the back, I had the baby purple pen and some Aleve, just in case. Thankfully, didn't need anything. This is another of the pouches that came with that Flock 3 with the flamingos. This is a smaller one, obviously. And in here, I had things packed differently. But on the way home, this is all I brought home, just like Russell from Lug Live. I brought home all the extra soaps and shampoos and lotions and shower cap, everything from the hotel I just cleared into my bag to bring home. If you're wondering, not that there's any judgment, I don't care what you think anyway, I paid for them, right? I keep them for like my guest bath. I have a drawer full of them that people can pick, like anything you could need. You could show up empty-handed and have a toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, shaving cream, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, and lotion. You have everything, and soap. Yeah, but also occasionally I clean out all of that and I give it to like homeless or whatever. You make little packs and give it away. So it goes to a good cause in any case. Here's another pair of flip-flops. My sun hat. Harry Potter Uno, which we did not play. Poncho. Catchphrase, or rather ultimate catchphrase. We did not have batteries. So we did not play that either. This was my toiletry bag that I used for myself. It qualifies for 311, but with TSA pre-check, I didn't have to take it out. And it went in the check bag anyway. My belt. And the last thing is my Jujube Platform 9 3/4 Zealous. And in here is all of the rest of the pouches and things that I brought, whether I used them or not. So this is full. There's my knapsack. And more pouches. Lots and lots of pouches. There's my Harry Potter eyeglass case. Anyways, you can kind of see the rest of the items in here. And that's it. It is empty. So, I'm now officially unpacked. And the planning is has begun for planning my next trip. Well, okay, 2 trips. I have a quick camping trip for 3 days in June, and that's just gonna be local, state park, like not even 30 minutes up the road. And then the big plan is gonna be packing for 2 months, living out of my trailer RV out in Virginia on my property. And that will take a lot more planning, and that will lead to other videos for RV stuff, travel stuff, other fun stuff. So that's it for this one. I hope that answers questions that some of you had about what I packed, how I packed it, how I got there and back, and whatever. It was worst ever for me as far as overpacking for the sake of overpacking, but no excess baggage charges, and everything worked out, and I really did use all the things pretty much. So there you go. Fun, just because. Take care. Bye for now.